Gary effortlessly sucked out the coins hidden under the floor. With Gary's superpower, Mr. Krabs followed behind, counting money until his hands went numb. He thought he was about to hit the jackpot of his life. Little did he know, this would bring him total disaster. One day, SpongeBob was walking Gary as usual when they ran into Mr. Krabs sitting in his boat.
Dear Krabs, what are you doing out here?
Oh, unwinding, enjoying the free parking.
Mr. Krabs sure has a creative way of thinking when it comes to making money. Suddenly, Gary started shaking uncontrollably, as both of them watched in confusion. Gary's shell sucked up all the coins on the ground. Mr. Krabs couldn't sit still after seeing this. He asked SpongeBob to bring Gary to the Krusty Krab so they could put this money-attracting superpower to good use. So Gary was brought to the Krusty Krab. Any coin nearby would get sucked right up. Mr. Krabs followed behind, picking up all the money. No coin could escape Gary's superpower. Even coins stuck to chewing gum were no match for him. Just as Mr. Krabs was happily counting his cash, SpongeBob showed up, feeling guilty. Mr. Krabs didn't tell him the truth about using Gary to collect money. Instead, he made up an excuse to send SpongeBob away. Gary kept doing his thing. He could even suck coins right out of customers' pockets. The shameless Mr. Krabs started openly using Gary to get coins. Soon he had so many coins he couldn't even sit on them all. Naturally, the customers left unhappy. But Mr. Krabs couldn't care less. SpongeBob, completely in the dark, wanted to take Gary home, but Mr. Krabs refused. He deliberately sent SpongeBob off to scrub the grill. Then he used walking Gary as an excuse to keep using him as a money-collecting tool. How is this any different from robbery? Mr. Krabs just smiled awkwardly. The weak little Gary suddenly started acting up. In an instant, all the coins around him flew onto his shell. It was absolutely incredible. Mr. Krabs doesn't just exploit his employees. Now he was constantly exploiting Gary too. When Gary wanted to rest for a bit, he was cruelly denied.
Don't get moving.
You're gonna do what, sir?
I was gonna give him a snaily treat.
Poor Gary was suffering but couldn't speak up. SpongeBob didn't notice his cry for help. Mr. Krabs took this chance to suggest repainting the Krusty Krab, and he had an outrageous request. He wanted SpongeBob to do it with a toothbrush. SpongeBob agreed. Of course. Then Mr. Krabs took Gary to the laundromat. There were tons of coins there. Soon Mr. Krabs hit the jackpot again. While walking, he bumped into a wall. Turns out it was an arcade. The place was packed with people, and there were more coins than anyone could count. An old man was about to grab some coins when they got sucked away first. This shameless behavior made the old man call security right away. Mr. Krabs finally realized how serious things had gotten, but he quickly moved to plan B. He pulled out a dress. Meanwhile, SpongeBob had finished painting the Krusty Krab with the toothbrush. He checked the time and headed out to pick up Gary. On the way, he ran into some residents whose coins had been sucked away. After a brief chat, SpongeBob finally learned that Mr. Krabs had been using his Gary for dirty work. He rushed inside immediately, but by then, Mr. Krabs had disguised himself as a pregnant woman. Even though Gary was coughing weakly in his arms, all Mr. Krabs cared about was making money. Once inside, he was blown away. Every customer had a huge bucket of coins next to them. Mr. Krabs quickly pulled Gary out, but Gary seemed to have lost his coin-sucking power. That's when SpongeBob finally caught up.
Krabs, for shame!
What do you mean? I'm just showing Rory off.
Don't you lie to me! I know all about your using Gary to steal money.
The two were so busy arguing that they didn't notice something was wrong with Gary. The customers' coins started to shake. As Gary kept building up power, all the coins in the arcade began to rattle violently. In a flash, every single coin flew straight at Mr. Krabs. Seeing all that money, Mr. Krabs immediately let go of Gary and ran toward the coins. But there were way too many of them. He ended up in the hospital. After the doctor ran some tests, they finally figured out why Gary had this superpower. Turns out he had accidentally swallowed a super strong magnet. By now, Mr. Krabs was covered in injuries, and he had to pay a massive hospital bill. That was even worse than death for him.
Actually, it looks like you've got just enough change to cover it.